This video is going to go over section 8.6, the mathematics of financing a car. I know that you usually will go and buy the car and you will ask, oh, how much is the monthly payment? So now we're actually going to appreciate the programming that is inside of those computers to determine your car payment. So a loan that you pay off with weekly or monthly payments or payments in some overtime period is called an installment loan. The advantage of an installment loan is that the consumer gets to use a product immediately. The disadvantage is that the interest can add a substantial amount to the cost of a purchase. Let's begin with car loans in which you make regular monthly payments that are called fixed installment loans. So the first one, again, this is the formula for fixed installment loans, is this monster here that you'll see. You just have to be so careful. That's it. So suppose that you decide to borrow $20,000 for a new car. You can select one of the following loans, each requiring monthly payments. So since this one is monthly payments, that implies, okay, my N is going to be 12. This one, your principal or your present value in the car is $20,000. So for installment loan A, 3 years, so the time is in 3 years, and the rate is 7%. That turns into a decimal. Move the decimal point left twice. So that tells me that the rate is 0.07. So find the monthly payment for loan A. So the payment equals, it has a numerator and a denominator. Open parentheses, just like it says in the formula, $20,000 multiply, the rate is 0.07 divided by 12 and close. Then in the denominator, instead of using a bracket, I'm using a parentheses. 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus the rate divided by 12 raised to the power of the negative of 12 times 7. Now how many years is this one? Oh, 3 years times 3. Okay, so the time is in years in this particular problem. So we're going to enter all of these in the calculator, and we're going to round it no more than 2 decimal places on this one. So let me use the scientific calculator. So we're going to making sure that Diego displays properly. So we're going to enter this information the same way that you see it on paper. So this is going to be 20,000. I'm sorry, I forgot the parentheses. Open parentheses, 20,000 multiplied by 0.07 divided by 12, close. So that is your numerator. Press divided by, open parentheses. So 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.07 divided by 12, close the parentheses. Raised to, open parentheses, the negative that is in parentheses, 12 times 3. And then we need to close our denominator. So that's closing the exponent. You need to close the denominator. This one is closed by this one. So this one will close the first parentheses. And then you press enter. So the payment for this type of loan, it will be $617.54. That's how much your car loan will be. So now the other ones, it says what are the total number of payments made over 3 years. So the total number of payments is going to be the monthly payment $617.54, and you make 12 payments each year, so that's why it's times 12 and time for 3 years. So that's why it's 12 times a year for 3 years, and that is going to tell you how many payments you made in the car. So the 617.54 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 3, this number tells you how many payments you made. So you made 22,000 $20,231.44. So that's how much you pay, how many payments you made. In order to know what is the total interest, so the total interest is going to be the total amount of payments, okay, total payments minus the present value, okay? So this is going to be the $22,231.44 minus the $20,000. That means that this financing will cost you $202,231.44. That is the amount of interest that you are paying. So that is how much it costs you to finance the car. So if you were to buy it cash, you will pay $20,000 plus the sales tax. But here, if you are financing the car, this is how much it will cost you to finance the car. So that's why that's how much money they made of us when we finance anything. Okay. So next page. So now it's saying, oh, okay, we're gonna have it. We're going to show you another option for another loan, another type of loan. That was loan A. This is loan B. So it's the monthly payment. Find the monthly payment for loan B. So we have to make sure we have that formula. Again, you're going to be able to use that formula provided to you on the test at no additional cost. So this is going to, we'll say, okay, the payment equals. And you will know which one it is because it will say payment. So that helps you identify the formula to use. So the principal still, or the present value, is $20,000, still a $20,000 car. Now the rate on this one is 9%. So that rate will turn into 0.09. And it's monthly. So instead of dividing by n, it's divided by 12. So that is your numerator. Your denominator, you're going to open parentheses, 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus. So 0.09 divided by 12. So this, you just write it here. And this is raised to the power of the negative that is in parentheses, 12 times. This one is for 5 years. So the time here is 5 years. So we're going to enter all of these and make sure that you close at the end because this one is closing the first parentheses in the denominator. So your payment here, see if I can get Diego to help us with this one. So clear. And again, I like to enter all of that at once in the calculator. So open parentheses, 20,000, 1, 2, 3. Multiply by 0.09 divided by 12, close the parentheses, divided by, open parentheses, 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus 0.09 divided by 12, close the parentheses, raised to the power of, open parentheses, the negative of 12 times 5, close the exponent, close the denominator, enter. Okay, you just need patience. So this is going to be $415.17. Okay, so the longer the loan, the lower the payment. Okay, so you're paying that for 2 more years in this one. So the total amount of payments that you made over 5 years, so total payments is equal to your monthly payment. And since it's monthly, each month of a year, they're 12 times 5 years. So I'm going to take that amount that I have here. Let me clear that because we might be off if I use the same one this time. So $415.17 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 5 years. So you end up paying $24,910 with 20 cents. So this is how many payments you made. So the total interest that you pay is the total payments minus the amount of the loan, that is P. So you're going to take that $24,910.20 minus the $20,000 that was the present value of the car. So this one cost you $4,910.20. So what is the total interest to pay in loan B? Is $4,910.20. Compare the monthly payments and total interest for the two loans. So we're going to say loan A, then we have loan B. So loan B is 5 years, and the monthly payment is $415.17. And the interest that you pay, too much pressure in the pencil. So the interest that you pay in this loan is $4,110.20. The other one is 3 years. Your payment was higher. It was, I have to refer to that page, $617.54. And the interest that you pay for the 3 years is $2,231.44. Okay, so I mean, it will appear that you will save money if you go for loan A, and then because this one you pay more interest. As for the payment, basically you have to see which one fits your budget. Okay, I know we associate budget like with a diet, but it's really freeing. Okay, so next and last page. So the next one is says, suppose that you decide, let me bring this up. Suppose that you decide to buy a car for $63,000, including taxes and license fees. You save $12,000 for a down payment. The dealership is offering you a choice between two incentives. Like they will come and say, I have two deals for you. So the incentive A is $6,000 of the price of the car, followed by a 4-year loan at 6.22%. What is the monthly payment? Okay. So the price of the car, this is going to be the sales price, okay? So this is the price, but it's not your final P. So in order to know how much is the financing amount, so you're going to take that $63,000. You have $12,000 saved for down payment. So minus the $12,000. And it says incentive A, it gives you another $6,000 off. Okay. So again, the $12,000 came from, that's how much you have saved as a down payment. And the $6,000 is this offer that is with this option, incentive A. So that will determine the value of the present value, or the amount that you will finance. So it is $63,000 minus the $12,000 that you have for down payment minus $6,000. This is equal to $45,000. So now the present value, or the amount that you're going to finance, is $45,000. So we have to determine the payment, and this one is the time is 4 years. The rate, if we turn that into a decimal, is 0.0622. That's your rate. So we're going to go $45,000. Then we should open parentheses. Let me erase this. Multiply by the rate 0.0622 divided by 12. Denominator, open parentheses, 1 minus, followed by 1 plus this rate raised to the power of the negative of 12 times the time. The time is 4 years. Close the exponent, close the denominator. Okay, let's do this. So this is going to be open parentheses, 45,000 multiply by 0.0622 divided by 12, close, divided by, open parentheses, 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus, 0.0622 divided by 12, close, raised to the power of, open parentheses, the negative of 12 times 4, close the parentheses, close the denominator, equal. So this one is $1,061.37. So this is a more expensive car, $1,061.37. Making sure I enter all the values. Okay, so that is the payment for this car. Then he's asking, now we're going to compare that with incentive B. So in incentive B, does not have a cash rebate, but provides free financing, no interest. So you know what that means? That means that R is equal to 0. That's what it means by no financing, is 0%. So the time is the same, is 4 years, and the monthly payment N equals 12. So first we have to clarify. So the car is still $63,000. You're still going to put down $12,000, but what you do not have is any rebates. It doesn't have any cash rebate. So your P here will be defined by the difference between the price and the down payment. So 63,000 minus 12,000 is equal to 51,000. So this is going to be a principal of $51,000. So if you try to do the payment equals the $51,000 multiplied by the rate is 0 divided by 12 divided by 1 minus, open parentheses, 1 plus, raised to the negative of 12 times 4. And close the denominator. Okay, so we're going to enter that in your calculator the same way that you see it on paper. So, but when you do that, notice that I'll show you, this is going to be 51,000 multiplied by 0 divided by 12. So what does that give you? A 0. So 0 divided by any number. This right here, if you enter all of this in the calculator, this part is equal to 0 divided by a number. And 0 divided by any number is equal to 0. So we cannot use the formula. So what, in order to determine how much you're going to pay monthly, is basically you take the $51,000 and you divide it for, how many years is this one? 4 years. And then you divide it by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. So basically this is going to be 51,000 divided by 4 divided by 12, and that will be your monthly payment is $1,062 with 50 cents. I know that oftentimes we'll say, oh, no interest, but notice that that is not always less money monthly. It was a little bit, not as much, but it was higher than the one that you have interest rate. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Thank you so much.